To another day is Social Buzz Extra, and on Social Buzz Extra, you know how we do it. We highlight every trending issue on social media and we bring it to you wherever it is you're watching from. You know you are definitely going to be informed about what is trending on social media. And today we are talking about so many trending issues. But before we dive right in, you know how we do it. All you need to do to be part of this conversation is to make sure that you're watching on DSTV channel 365, and also you can also watch on Star Time channel 276. Or you can be part of the conversation too by watching online. It's just on YouTube, Global TV NG. Global TV NG, one word. Also, you can subscribe, and also you can click on the bell icon to be notified whenever we come your way, and also you can be notified of every other programs we have here on Global TV, including up-to-date news. All right, let's move into the reason why we are here. I am your host, August Kumobno. Let's enjoy this ride. The first one, we're still on Nyesom Wike's issue with the military soldier. So Nyesom Wike has come out to deny calling the naval officer a fool. We also saw the first video where he had this altercation with a naval officer who was assigned to, take charge of a particular property here in Abuja along Gadwa, district. And we also saw the video where he was having this, talking to this military man and, using provocative statements and even insulting the military man, going as far as calling him a fool, and also saying that he's a small boy, and where was he when he was in school and all of that. And some persons came out to say, oh, Wike, the young man triggered the minister, and some other persons came out to say, no, the minister wasn't triggered by anyone. He just acted out of place, which is not good for a minister. Well, after every talks here and there, even from former military officers who asked the minister Nyesom Wike to apologize to the military officer Yerima, and saying that if he doesn't apologize, it's more or less insulting the rest, the people who has actually the person who has signed him there to that property, and others who have served in the military. And Nyesom Wike, like we know him to be, has actually refused to apologize. And there is a trending video right now where he said no, he didn't call this young man a fool. Before we watch the former video, I would like us to actually look at the trending one right now currently, where he said he didn't call this young man a fool. So let's take a look at the video, as one of our correspondents here on Global Television actually reported concerning that video. So let's take a look at it.
Officials of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and a naval officer, Ahmed Yerima. An incident that stirred fresh debates about land ownership and authorities in the nation's capital. Clarifying the matter, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says the military has no documented ownership of the disputed land, and that impunity or unlawful conduct, even by government officials, will not be tolerated.
We can never succeed if we continue to allow impunity, lawlessness, no country, no matter how hard you work, you allow impunity, you allow lawlessness to continue to prevail, that country will never go anywhere.
The minister commended former leaders and retired generals of their discipline and civility in resolving issues through dialogue rather than force. He believes that controversy may have been fueled by political opponents unhappy with the style of leadership, but reaffirmed his commitment to President Bola Tinubu's Real Hope agenda on the ongoing development of the FCT.
I respect institutions, and I know what it takes. Even as a governor, no governor will say that they supported the military that more than me.
The minister emphasizes that his administration will continue to enforce the law in ensuring that all development in the Federal Capital Territory follow due process. Kabir Hassan reported for Global TV News. It was a tense exchange between officials of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and a naval officer, Ahmed.
We've seen that video where, the minister said he never called him a fool. He never called him a fool. He stood by his word to say he never called him a fool. Okay, now this show, it's more like, okay, that first video was lying. Or is he AI? Or like they say, AY. Because how can you say he never said that? Meanwhile, everyone watched it. And it's still trending. So for the sake of, this, let's know who is lying here, or, let's not call it a lie, but who is denying here. So let's play that first video where, he had this issue with the naval officer. So let's take a look at that first video.
Because you're an officer. Nobody does that.
We did not carry anybody.
The man took the I will not allow because he was chief of naval and then for you to carry land.
Sir, everything was acquired legally.
Will you stop
sir,
that?
You get the
Will you stop that?
Sir, I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your man, put
sir,
up, sir.
I will not shut up.
Will you get out?
Sir, I won't shut up. Sir, I'm a
I
commissioner,
was in
sir.
school, you're not in school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will
me
you
up.
keep quiet?
You can't
Get
shut
them
me
big
up, sir.
food.
I'm not a
You are
fool.
big fool.
I'm not a
You
fool,
think
sir.
I'm shoot anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
Yeah,
a fool.
who are you?
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I
Don't call me a
graduated,
fool.
you were in primary school.
I'm acting on orders.
Take for
You
which
can't
order?
call me a fool.
And this, you will see whether you love me here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go
I'm
and
not a
develop
fool.
your-
I'm
go
an
and
officer.
develop
I'm not a fool, sir. I'm an officer.
You will have killed everybody here.
No, we won't kill anybody. We won't kill anybody. We are acting on orders.
Go and develop here, let me see you.
Regular officer, you want to come and kill me?
We are going to get out.
I'm not even seeing what's recording. Hello, sir.
Director Press.
So I'm leaving everyone to judge this matter. We've seen the other one where he denied, and we've seen the first video. So judge the matter for yourself. We all heard what happened. We all saw it. So what's the big deal? Is it the coming out to apologize? I understand that he's still hurt that he didn't get his way through. He couldn't do what he wants to do. But what's the big deal? Tendering an apology. Come on. I think it's high time we all start acting our age. Like they say, act your age. Act your age. And not this time it's not even about age, it's about office. Act it. So I understand that Wike is just pissed that, that naval officer is way too young, like younger than him. But it's not about his age. It is the uniform he's wearing. It is what he's commanding. You could see an officer that is just 20, 30 years old, and you see another officer who is 40 years old, calling the other one who is younger than him, sir, yes, sir. It is not about the age. It is about the rank. It is about the uniform. It is about the office, and it should be respected. It should be respected. If you insult this military officer, it's more like you insulting the president, because he is the commander-in-chief of the armed force. So why not just tender a simple apology that would have just, ended it? He might not want to even send it to the officer, Yerima, but he could actually send it to, the naval office. You can send it to, anywhere that matters. But come on, denying it is really, is not it at all. Honestly, it is not it. I think they have to end this matter in the court. Well, I'd like us to take a look at some comments as regards this topic. And we are going to take in the first comment. It's coming from Ados Creation. Ados Creation says, Wike, are we supposed to take this as the apology you are supposed to tender to the public and the young officer? Honestly, is this supposed to be the apology, denying it? Is it a way of apologizing. I don't take it as a way of apologizing, honestly. So the next comment is coming from Zirixi, and Zirixi says, someone was caught on camera saying something. Now, same person is on camera denying it. Or more fear politicians. At this point, we really need to feel like, come on, it's there. There are evidences everywhere. Anywhere you go on the gram, on X, Facebook, wherever it is, there are evidence. I know whatever it is that is on social media, it doesn't die. People will dig it out 10 years, 20 years to come. So please, let's be careful, you know. The third comment from this topic is coming from Joy EJ. And Joy says, LOL, for video where we watch. Kai, imagine there was no evidence. Just imagine there were really no evidence. Just imagine what would have happened. He could have said, this young man hit him. Anything would have happened, honestly. Allegations would be flying around. And because it is the minister of the FCT and an older person, anyone can just believe it. But thank God there are video evidences everywhere. And even skit makers are even making it look so funny. It is hilarious. Many musicians have taken it upon themselves. Some people are using it as songs. Some as skit making, content creators are remixing it and all of that. Like, it's everywhere on the gram, so there's no way you can deny things that are glaring. It is clear to the blind and audible to the deaf, because his voice was really loud. Well, we're going to be taking the second topic for today, and this one is a bit very emotional for me and anyone who is going to be hearing or seeing this. An angry dad has accused an Abuja hospital of killing his newborn child. A heartbroken Nigerian dad has accused Abuja hospital staff of killing his newborn baby over an unpaid bill. According to him, his wife had used the hospital throughout her antenatal. On the day of delivery, he was asked to pay 8,000 naira for a procedure, and when he was unable to pay, the hospital staff allegedly left his baby unattended, to leading to his death. I would like us to take a look at that video.
I said, let the whole world hear. This is where my baby died. Gidamangoro Hospital, look at it. Gidamangoro Hospital, look at it here. This is where they kill my baby because of their incapability, because of their nonchalant attitude, because of their greed for money. They killed my child in this hospital. I've done everything they asked me to do from day one. This is what I've been doing at Nata. I've not owed them 5 naira. They asked me to do everything, whatever they can. I brought my wife to this same hospital for delivery. They asked me to pay money. I tell them, this is how much I have first. Take it first. She has, because of 8,000 naira. Nurse Rose, I remember the Nurse Rose, Timothy, or whatever. I wrote her name here. I have to transfer the 20,000 before she comments. And before then, my baby was already weak. Now we raised the baby to. Since yesterday, my baby has been in hospital. Since yesterday, I've been in hospital. From one hospital to another hospital. This baby has been in hospital. This is where the whole thing started. Let the whole world here. If you have your wife here and you know your wife is pregnant here, you better tell them, these people they are not capable. They are not capable. This is where they keep my child. For 2 days I've taken my child for oxygen. Because of their nonchalant attitude there. They kill my child for no reason. I told this nurse, continue. How much is 8,000 naira compared to what I've been paying here? And the nurse insisted because of 8,000 naira. Now she cost me more, not even just the money, she cost my son life. My wife has not weird that I thought she's saying that to do. They have to lie to her that we're taking my child to another hospital. They have to lie to her that we're taking my child to another hospital. They have to lie that my child is going to another hospital. And because of their carelessness. And because of their carelessness. I begged this woman yesterday. I begged her. I said, control how much is 8,000. I told her, I said, how much is my account? Take it. Mama, take it. Let me come bring it. Don't say 8,000. In the hospital, I've been doing everything. This woman, she refused to save my child's life. Her name is Nurse Rose at Gidamangoro. This is Gidamangoro Hospital in Abuja here. My name is Victor and I'm with the victim. See.
This baby died because of aphasia. A simple thing people carelessly ignore. Just to suction a child, what would it cost?
As you can see, I'm in the hospital with my sister. You can see I'm in the hospital with my sister.
1,000.
This is my child.
It's not even up to 1,000. The instrument to sanction a child. If you don't have the automatic one, and the child lost his life because of what? Just to sanction a child. You know that it's unbeautiful. You don't have anything to tell.
The whole world will hear about
You're
this.
also a mother. I'm not cursing you.
Her name is Nurse Rose. I remember her name is Nurse Rose.
Next time.
Nurse Rose. And I'm still coming for you.
You cannot do your business. You don't need to work in the.
Because you say you're a mother. If you're a mother, you won't be careless. And I'm still coming for you. The whole world will hear of this. The whole world will hear of this. I said this is Gidamangoro. I'm in Gidamangoro hospital here. This is Gidamangoro here. Look at it. This is Gidamangoro in Abuja. They are not capable of anything. They just employ no talent people. And I don't know if the government is not paying them or what, or the government is not taking note of this. Because I don't know if that to be blamed or the government that is to be blamed. Because they just employ people that are not capable.
Wow, that's really heartbreaking. But the question here is, most times we get to hear health practitioners say the health and lives of a sick person is paramount. Like, it is more important than any other thing. So most times I don't even understand why most nurses, doctors, will always ask you to make sure that you pay a particular amount of money, or else they're not going to attend to that patient. If the health and the life of people are very important to you, I think they should take it seriously and don't even start waiting for the money. By the time maybe you finish with the procedure, you are done taking care of that person, that sick person, and the person doesn't pay, you can keep the person in the hospital, or you take up the issue from the police station or court or wherever you deem it fit that your money can come out. But I think we should start prioritizing the health of people. We should start prioritizing the lives of people. And I think this is an orientation every nurse, every doctor is supposed to have, because it is not just about money. I understand that many hospitals right now many people set up hospitals just to make money. But it's not just about money. You should know the primary reason why you're setting up a healthcare facility. And this is not just any healthcare facility, as you can see. It is a government healthcare facility. So I'm asking myself over and over again, I think I've said this before, times without numbers, that we should prioritize the life of people and not just chase money. This is a life that can you imagine how many pains this lady went through? 9 months. 9 months. And then she managed to give birth to this child, and because there's a complication while giving birth to the child, you cannot save the life of this child before asking for 8,000 naira. Something as small as 8,000 naira. Come on, I think we should do better. At this point, I would just advise this young man to please sue the nurses, sue the hospital. Yes, you can actually sue the hospital. Sue these nurses, because if you say that the life of a patient is more important to you, then you should treat the patient like the life is actually very important and not do otherwise. Most times we've even seen in movies where they'll tell you, go and get an advance payment before we start any treatment. And you see the person running around to get an advance payment. And according to this young man, he said the wife registered with this hospital right from the first time she started antenatal. So that means they know the wife, they know this young man, and he has never owed anything. He has never owed them a dime, only for him, because he is not able to pay 8,000 naira. Come on, this is really heartbreaking, to be very, very honest. I think the hospitals have failed us. Our health, organization has really failed us. If we have to do this over and over again in Nigeria, we don't get to hear things like this. And that's what is leading to, death here and there. Honestly, we don't get to hear things like this happen outside the country, because they prioritize the health of their citizens more than just money. They prioritize the life of citizens. We are going to be taking comments as regards this topic. And the first comment is coming from Queen Mokoye, the actress. And she says, and this is a country that wants to start collecting personal tax, yet cannot offer anything to its citizens. With Nigeria we pay a lot of tax. Like everything you do in Nigeria, you pay tax. And the very annoying one right now that I have to talk about is not part of this story, but I need to talk about it, is the tax we pay when you're transferring from the bank. Bank transfer. You see that bank transfer tax is something that is even still disturbing me. When you're using a USSD code to transfer, you notice that there's a particular amount of money that leaves your credits, like when it comes to your MTN balance or Airtel balance, whatever it is, whatever network you're using, there's a particular amount that they will take away from your Airtel balance, airtime balance. Then there's a particular amount the bank is going to take away, whether you are transferring or you are being, they will debit you. There's debits everywhere, there's tax everywhere, and you don't even know what you are doing. At the end of the day, you are trying to transfer 5,000 naira, they are debating you more, nothing less than 150 naira just to transfer 500 naira, and you're asking yourself, okay, should I even just use the POS? You use POS, you're paying 100 naira bill for using the POS, and they'll still charge you again from the bank. Now, if they charge you for everything, I think it's just the air we breathe right now that they've not started charging. But if they charge you for everything, then what is our own gain? Because it is okay if it's a working country, it's okay when you charge for anything, you pay tax for everything. But let's see it working. Let's see the evidence of those taxes that we are paying. Because this is really heartbreaking. If you are going to be charging taxes for everything, then the citizens should also be beneficiaries of these taxes, honestly. The next comment is coming from Sherry Coco, and Sherry Coco said, just because of 8,000 naira, why are some people heartless like this? Honestly, 8,000 naira, nobody wants to think that it's 8,000 naira that actually made that child just go like that. Honestly, it is really heartbreaking. Well, because of the, for the sake of our time, we'll be taking one more topic and we'll be very fast on this one. Policemen has no right to search your phone, says the Commissioner of Police in Lagos. The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Oluhundare Jimo, has ordered citizens to not give their phones to any policeman who wish to search their phones, he says. No policeman should search your phone on the road. I stand by that order. Okay, that's Jimo's talking. No policeman. But this is in Lagos, so I don't know whether it also applies to every other state in Nigeria. But I just want to think that it applies to every other state in Nigeria, because I want to think that this particular thing he just said is actually a law in the police book. Like, it is a law. So I don't think anyone should search. Any policeman has the right to search your phone. So I think this applies to every other state in Nigeria. So for the sake of time, I really wanted us to see the video, but for the sake of our time, I would like us to just go straight into comments and let's hear what people are saying concerning this particular video from the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State. So the first comment is coming from Molade Bedins, and Molade Bedins says, but your officers don't obey these instructions. So what is an innocent citizen supposed to do when stopped by your men? Very smart question. Because the commissioner of police is not going to be on the road when that thing happened. There are so many checkpoints in Lagos State. There are so many ones. There are some that operate in the night, some in the morning. I think they have shifts. So the commissioner of police is not going to be on that road. So what will happen when you are stopped at night, let's say 8 p.m. in the night, and the policeman said, give me your phone, I want to search through your phone. And you say, no, the commissioner already said you cannot search my phone. What if they use their gun on you? Because these people, sometimes they are power drunk. What if they use their gun on you? What if they start hitting you? Because we've seen different cases of police brutality. What if something starts happening? So honestly, what are we supposed to do when they stop and you refuse to give them your phone? The next one is coming from S. Martins AB. And Martin says, them no go gree o, now they forcibly kidnapped to their office. Honestly, imagine you say, I did not give the phone. They did not hit it. The next thing is they are dragging you by your waist. They will hold you and maybe look for an allegation. Perhaps they just term you a Yahoo boy, which is easier for them, honestly. And this is not cool. I think if the commissioner of police can bring other ways where we can resolve this issue, it will be fine. Honestly, it will be fine. A lot of boys have suffered from the hands of these police officers, all because when you dress, there is a way you dress, and police officer will tag you a Yahoo boy automatically. So, and they want to go through your phone. It is your privacy. Police officers, I hope they are listening right now. And if you have any police officer, please share this to them. All right, this is all we have today on Social Buzz Extra. We wish we had more time. Would have actually brought so much your way, but we do not have much time. So all you need to do is to make sure that you stay tuned. It's Global TV NG on YouTube, and you also watch on DSTV. Please make sure that you're part of this conversation. And how you're going to be part of the conversation, drop your comment. We want to see that comment on social media. Till I come your way next time, I am Ogoch Kumobno. Please stay with us. Bye.